好，我们开始上课了今天是我们这个 summer program 的最后一次课啊 ，the last last lesson. So I will summarize some of the things we learned, and yeah. 好，大家通过这几次课啊，有的同学可能学的时间长一点，可能都已经知道了很多东西，比如说，一盘棋，对吧？从开始，怎么下，然后呢，自己的空在哪里，是不是？然后对方的空在什么地方？然后怎么样围自己的空？还有就是，如果对方你的对面的小朋友的空比较大，应该怎么办？那就要打进去，破他的空，对吧？然后打入别人的空以后，最重要的是什么呢？是要能够做活，对不对啊？ So when you invade your opponent's territory, the most important thing is to get your group to be alive, which is to make two eyes. Once you have two eyes, your group is settled. Is a alive group, then it's safe. So that's why we do a lot of life and death programs. All the life and death programs is to practice how to make two eyes, how to be alive. Or in the other side, if you have a territory, but your opponent invade, he put one stone in your territory, then what do? You have to kill it, right? And how do you kill it?
Not let it make two eyes.
Exactly. It's the same thing. If you know how to make two eyes, then you know how to not allow him to make two eyes. It's exactly the same thing. Okay. For example, Emily, I did take a look at the game you played last week.
And I probably lost.
You lost. That's fine. As long as you learn something from the game, it's fine. Why I'm saying it is because of the life and death program. Okay, so I jump to the.
Who was white and who was black? I was probably the loser.
Yes, you're white. So far, you did pretty good. You have this. You have this to be your territory, right? And your territory is pretty solid. It's solid.
But it got invaded. I just skipped to the end. I want to see who wins and who loses.
Because your territory is solid. But let's take a look at Black's territory. Black has some potential here, this side. But is it solid? No. His territory...
I tried to invade and...
Yes. That's what I'm going to talk. His territory is not solid. So let's see what you did. So eventually you didn't make your group alive. So that is the problem. You see, all the invaded stones has been killed. That's why you lose the game. But this is a very good practice. So let's look at the result. The result is all these groups at the bottom side are all dead because it doesn't have two eyes. This group has one eye. This group doesn't even have one eye, and same as these groups. So we'll see what you do would be better. Okay, good. First, let's take a look at this group. Honey and Pip and you connect. This is very good. 连起来非常正确。好，走到这都没问题。 好，黑棋的这步棋是一步好棋啊Bow. This is a very good move. Why is it a good move? Is because otherwise, if white goes something like this, if you leave white to do this, then white has a big room to make twice. We all know that in order to make two eyes, you need some space, right, or some room to make two eyes. If the space is too little, there's just no room for the eyes. So this move is very good. It is to reduce white's space, potential space. But this cut is a little bit too aggressive. Okay, Emily, if you take a look at right now, this one stone, and these three stones, are they connected together? 这个黑子和这三个黑子是连起来了吗？没有，对吧？没有连起来 ，they are not connected. So that's what you should use. If I were you, I would do this. At Terry, then black has to escape. Block. And my next move would be here. To kill these two stones. So he has to escape again. Now, if I do this, then these three stones has been killed. 对不对啊？这三个黑子就被吃掉了。如果把这三个黑子吃掉了，那么这块白棋就活了，对不对？不但是活了，而且活得很大啊！这个整个角都占住了。所以你要利用对方这个黑棋这个断点啊，这个 cutting point 啊，来吃了这三个子。如果他不让你吃这三个子的话，那么那个子就被吃掉了。比如他有可能走这，那你就把这个子给吃了。这样的话，啊，他这个黑棋就全都死掉了，因为这个黑棋啊本身自己没有两个眼，对吧？但是啊，Emily，你这步棋显然是有问题的，为什么呢？因为它这个子和这三个子本身就是没有连起来，结果你从这边叫吃，这不就是帮它连起来吗？对不对？ You are helping black to connect. This is the most wanted move he wants to play, and you help him to do that. So that is why you didn't make the group to be alive. Okay, let's continue. Okay, now it's white's turn. As I just said, if you want to make two eyes, what is the first thing you need? 如果你要做眼，首先你需要什么？ You need some space, right? Two eyes.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute myself.
Yeah, you need some space. So what you should do is, for example, go there. Try to make some room for your eyes, right?
I'll remember that.
Yeah.
I hope.
And what you did is here, and then there. If you do these two moves, do you have enough space to make two eyes?
One eye, yes. Two eyes, no.
That's right, but you need two eyes. So this is black did very well. This is the correct move to limit white's space. So instead of going here, what I would do is go somewhere more far away to leave some space here. Then you have a very good chance to make two eyes. So So rule number 1, if you want to be alive, try to make some space for your group to increase the room, to increase the space that you occupy, okay? All right, so let's refresh something. As I said, you need some minimum space to be alive. How big the space you need to be alive? Do you remember? What is the minimum space you need to make twice? Which is 4 spaces, right? Something like this. You have to memorize. You need at least 4 spaces to be alive, to make twice, which is, we call it a straight 4. Or it can be a bend 4. Okay, a bend 4 is like this. So this is, we call it a bend 4 because it is bended, but it also has 4 spaces. So remember, 4 spaces. You're alive. You can make twice.
It looks like a dog head.
Yeah, anyway.
Or a pink nose.
Yeah. So once you remember you need 4 spaces, now you should be able to do your homework correctly. Let's take a look at the homework I gave it to you. I don't know if you did it or not. Okay. As I just said, you will need 4 spaces to be alive, right? So for this one, the top left corner, if for black to play, where should we go? Can anyone tell me? If you're black, where do you go to be alive?
That's a bit difficult.
C17. C17, yes, exactly. That's the only place you go to make 4 spaces, right? And then you're alive. It's a band 4. Okay, perfect. Excellent. How about this one here? The bottom left. If you're black, where do you go? Who can tell me? Where do you go?
G1.
G1, yes. G1. If you go G1, you make 4 spaces and you're alive. If you go anywhere else, so some people may say that, how about I go H1? If you go H1, is the space even bigger? Do you have 5 spaces then? Is that true? The answer is no.
Because white can go on J1, and then you have to go on to go, and then you have to go to.
Yeah. Okay. The
there,
problem is white will throw in here. He give one. He give one stone for you to kill. So you are very happy to kill this stone, but then you realized you only have 3 spaces, and it's white's turn, right? So white will go here, and then you're dead. This group is dead. So this move is not right. It doesn't give you 5 spaces. In the contrary, actually, it only gives you 3 spaces because he can go here. So in this case, you cannot go the honey.
I used to think the point of the game was to eat more. But now I realize it's actually to get more carrots.
Correct. But still eating the stone is very important, right? That's the way you get your territory. So both are important. Surrounding your territory and also kill this group are both important. So, okay, this one, the correct move is here. Next one, the top right corner. If for black to go, where do we go?
T18. T18.
T18. Yes, very good. T18. T18 is the move to give you 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's a bend 4, so it's a knife. So, how about if black goes here? If you're white, can you kill it?
Yeah, I
Probably.
guess.
Same
Yeah.
problem with
Yes, same problem. Yes,
with
white
the
will
other one.
white will go here, throw in, and then black is dead. Very good, very good. 好，我们再看最后一题啊。Let's go this one, the bottom right.
R3.
R3.
R3 is correct. Very good. You have 4 spaces, and it's alive. Very, very good. Let's do a little bit more then. This one. Where do we go? Black. Where does black go? To be alive. Where can we go? Yes. We should do D4, right? D4. Now there are 4 spaces. And it's a bend 4. It's an L. So actually bend 4 is more important than straight 4 because in most cases it is the bend 4. Bend 4 is more frequently that we will see. Okay, oh, there's something more. So these ones are a little bit different. Let's start from this one here, the top left. If you are black, where do you go to make it alive? Can someone tell me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
we can hear you.
All right. So, Dennis, do you want to have a try? If you are black, for this one, where do you go? Or anyone else can have a try?
I have a question.
B.
I have a question.
So Dennis, what did you say?
A16.
I have a question.
A6. Okay. Emily, what is that?
Can you live if you have a square 4?
Square 4, no. Unfortunately, as I said.
I think it depends on who goes first, but if you insist.
No, even, okay. This is square 4. And you are black. So I let you to go first. Can you make it now? Where do you go?
You can't.
You can't. That's right. Even if his black goes first, he cannot make it now because if he goes there, it will be a bend 3, and it's dead. So anywhere he go is a bend 3. So there's no bend 3 is a dead shape.
I thought bend 3 was depends on who goes first.
Yes, but it is because you you go here to make a bend 3, then it's your opponent's move, right? It's his turn. So you always
bend 3 is a bad move if you make
you make a bend 3, that's a bad move, right? You make a bend 3 and it's for your opponent to go. So he will kill it.
If you make a bend 3 and your opponent doesn't notice?
Yeah. That's
You
the only
can
chance
live.
you can be alive. Exactly. If he is sleepy or he look at his toy or something else.
Or
didn't-
he just looks at
Yeah.
where he should, if he just looks at
Exactly.
where he should go. Or
Okay, let's go back to this question here. So let's look at this group. Black already has one eye here. All he needs is a second eye, right? But can he go here to make an eye?
No.
No, because
No.
white will kill it, right? Will kill your 3 stones. So A16 is not right. So that means
E16.
yes. B15.
E15.
Yes. That is correct. Very good. Why? It's because this stone cannot escape. If he connects, then you kill 3 stones. And I already said it many times. If you can kill 3 stones, then you will have an eye. Because even if black throws in, you capture it, you still have an eye here. Plus the original eye you already have, you have 2 eyes.
that's black's eye, and you said if black frozen. I think you meant to say if white.
Oh, yes, you're right. Correction, if white throws in, you can kill it and get an eye here. Okay, thank you.
If the white wasn't on C, wasn't on B18, then you could have 3 eyes. But
Oh, yes. If this one is black, then you can have 3 eyes, but you only need 2 eyes. So
yeah, so you're safe.
Yeah, that's right.
I think it'd be a waste of time if you made 100 eyes.
Well, if you can make 100 eyes, I think you will win the game. Because in order to make 100 eyes, you need a big territory, right? If you have such a big territory, you must be winning. Okay.
But if you fill up like 100 eyes, then
Yeah.
you'll die.
All right, let's take a look at the top right.
100 eyes means 100 territory.
How about this one here? If you're black, where do we go to be a knife? Who wants to tell me? 019, yes. 019 is correct.
Same thing with
Yeah, very similar to this one. So
Except
you go,
it's on
now
the-
you have one eye here and this stone cannot escape. If he goes there, then you capture. If he throws in, you capture. So 2 eyes. Excellent, excellent. Now let's take a look at the bottom left corner. This one is very easy. So who can tell me if you're black, where do you go?
T3.
What? This one here.
Oh.
E1.
B1, yes, B1. This one is easy. So you make
I
one
thought
eye.
I saw you meant the other one.
Oh, I'm talking about this one. So, yes, this one is easy. The last one here, bottom right
T3.
corner.
T3.
T3?
Maybe.
Maybe. Think a little bit more. T3 is not right.
S4.
S4, yes. S4 is the correct answer. So first, let's take a look at T3. If you
Sorry
go,
about the crying. It's my baby.
that's
brother.
okay. So if you go T3, white will kill these 4 stones. Then you left with only one big eye here, but it's only one eye. S4 is correct. You go S4. First of all, white cannot connect, right? Just doesn't allow you to do that because if you connect, you have no liberties. So white can only attack here. Then you kill 3 stones at the same time. and you got two eyes, one small eye and one big eye. Remember, this is only just one eye, okay? Even if it has two spaces, but it's just one eye. But
You do not have to plug that. You're just getting territory.
yes, okay. So that is today's knife and desk programs. I
Is that all?
believe, yes, that's all. So I believe you guys now have more idea about how to be alive, how to make a live group. So today is the last class for the summer program, and we already learned almost all the rules for the Go game. But there is one rule I didn't talk about a lot, which is the code. I did talk about it a little bit at the beginning, but then I didn't go further. So what is a code? This is a code. And a code is very, very important. Almost
And
every...
if white eats you, you can eat white back, but you have to play a move somewhere else first.
Yes.
Because if you don't play a move somewhere else, you have to keep going forever and ever and ever. And
That's right. So if now white captures this stone, black cannot capture it back right away. Instead, black has to go somewhere else. And if white answers, then you can capture back.
Yeah,
So
I know those.
Same thing for white.
you can't go.
You can't
go because
White cannot capture back right away. You have to go somewhere else.
you can't because if it was at the start of the game, then you would
Yes.
have to. Then it will go on for hours, and you wouldn't even have any territory. Just that little space.
Correct.
I know how you know it's a code.
Yeah, it's a code. But remember, I just said, if black goes somewhere else and white answers, but why does white have to answer? Why cannot he ignore? He can just ignore it and place here and win the code, right?
If black was about to eat something like a big piece of white's territory, white would have to answer.
Yes. So, and another thing is
But if
why.
white is stupid and wants to get only.
Another thing is why does code important? So I will discuss about the code further after our break because it's the break time. So we have a break for 10 minutes and come back at 3:40. Okay, see you in 10 minutes.